Hey guys, welcome to Weighintime. I'm Patrick, and on this episode I'm going to be answering a question which I've received so many times, and that is, what does it feel like to have actually lost 11.5 stone? And I'll be answering that very shortly. Of course, it is the Sunday weigh-in, so drop your gains, your losses, your tips, your tricks into the comment section below, and drink some water. If you're not drinking water, make sure you do. You need at least 2.5 litres of water every single day. There is no intro today because I used the intro to show you my before and after, but because we're talking about kind of what does it feel like to lose the weight, I'm actually going to show you a before picture here. And that is what I used to look like when I was 26.5 stone, which was at my heaviest. And honestly, I've lost 11.5 stone, and I've been on one hell of a journey. And thank you to all of my subscribers and Instagram people and everyone who's so lovely for kind of getting me through this this journey and coming along with the ride. Now, what does it feel like to have lost all of this weight? Well, it feels very, very, very weird. It feels odd. It feels like I'm looking back and I remember the day, I remember what I was wearing, I remember what I was doing, but it kind of feels like it was somebody else. And that's very weird for me. And I think the reason is there is a psychology behind weight loss, and your physical and your mental develop at different times. So it takes around about 2 years, maybe a bit longer, for your brain to catch up with the fact that you have lost all of this weight. And if you are doing your weight loss journey at the moment, you will know that every little helps, to quote a supermarket, and you know that you are doing it progressively, not in one lump sum. Imagine if I looked like that right now and then I clicked my fingers and now I look like this. I would feel completely different. I would feel like, wow, this is awesome. But because I've seen myself progressively get smaller through the times, I get slowly used to it. But my brain still thinks, you know, maybe for example, a couple of months ago I went trampolining. For a split second I thought, is there a weight restriction? Am I going to be able to do it? When I go to America, if I go to Disney or Universal, I'll still think, am I going to be able to fit on the rides? If I sit on a bed, for example, I think, oh, am I going to sit too hard and then break the bed? Because I've done that a couple of times in the past. And all of these things still to this day run through in my head, because once you go from being a size 56-inch waist to being a size 32-inch waist, you spend most of your, or I personally spent most of my life as a big person. So I think I started, you know, significantly reducing my weight when I was around 31, 32. So I spent 31 and 32 living kind of as that size. So as a result, I still am that person, and I think it's going to take me a good long time for my brain to kind of get used to it. And I don't take praise very well. Like, I get so much praise from people who said that you've done a fantastic journey, and I think it's because in my mind I am still kind of that person in a way. And it's just an odd experience. There are certain things that you notice as well. Like, for example, the reason I wanted to do this video was there was two reasons. A couple of days ago, I was working with a guy who was 11.5 stone, and I was thinking, you are a fully functioning, working, talking human being, and I have lost you in weight. And he stood next to me, and I was like, this is mental. Like, I used to carry you. It's like carrying you in a sack with me. And I thought, how is that actually possible? And then another thing, which if you're watching this and you know you are thin, or not thin, but you have reached your weight loss goals, or you know you don't have a problem with your weight and you're just interested in the video, then one thing for me, I was shaving the other day, and when I was shaving I noticed something go up and down in my throat, and I was like, that's an Adam's apple. And I was like, wow, I can all of a sudden see it. Now, it's not quite there when I'm not doing anything, because I still have a little bit of weight up there, but for anybody else that's just an ordinary everyday thing. But for me, it's like, wow, I can see my Adam's apple. And those little things for me are just absolutely crazy. like my feet have shrunk. That's something I also thought that would never happen. Apparently, you know, your feet are always the same size, but no, I used to be a size 12 when I was 26.5 stone. I am a size 10 now. I have gone down by 2 shoe sizes, which means that since I lost weight, I have spent a fortune on new clothes constantly and new shoes and stuff like that. But it's just those little things that you'd never think about when you were losing weight. Another thing, you notice bones in your body that you had never felt before. Because obviously I had had so much padding around my kind of everywhere that I'd never, like, for example, I have a chest bone here. For everyone else, that's normal. For me, wow, I've got a chest bone. When I sit down, now this is actually a downside to losing weight. When I sit down on a hard surface, it now hurts. I didn't realise how many bones were in a bum, but there is quite a lot. And I can't sit down now with my wallet in my back pocket. And it's all of these little weird things that you start to notice as you go along your weight loss journey. And it's just a very odd experience. It's like you're a different person, but at the same time you are the same person. And after so long, I have had to re-educate myself with my body. Little things that I need to, weirdly, and this might be a little bit too much information for you, but I actually weirdly sweat more now than I did, which again, that's something which I never thought of. When I was 26.5 stone, never used to sweat at all, and now I sweat more. Again, your body is very different, and it is progressively getting different all the time, and you will notice these things have changed. And of course, obviously, I'm getting older as well, and as my body is going to change, but it's weird little things that you notice when you're losing weight. So the answer to the question is, how does it feel to have lost that weight? And the answer to the question is, just it feels amazing, but it feels surreal. It feels completely just an experience which I can't compare to anything else, and I would not change this whole journey for anything. And of course, I haven't reached my destination yet. Consider this like a little service break before I reach my destination, because I will there. But I think this journey is going to continue forever. Obviously, I'm not going to continue losing weight. I'm going to maintain my weight, but it's not something that you can just get to where you want to be. Because when I was 26.5 stone, I used to imagine every single day being a 32-inch waist. And I am now a 32-inch waist. I used to dream about it, and it used to make me cry that I wanted all of these things that I was trying to, sorry, I'm getting emotional now. I wanted all of these things that I could never possibly have dreamed of, and it's actually happening now. And again, I look back at this, and I look back at it like I am a different person. But in my mind, I know I'm the same, and I've actually reached that goal. So if you are doing a goal, if it's weight loss, if it's anything, if you want to learn Spanish, then just keep at it. Just keep at your goal, and you will notice all of these weird and wonderful things that will happen along the way, and you will eventually reach that goal. And when you do, you will look back and you will be like, wow, I have done it. And one day my brain will actually catch up with my body and say that, wow, I have done it. We're all doing an amazing job just to stay alive every day. And if you're going to have a mammoth task like trying to lose weight, honestly, you know, you are amazing. And we are going to do it. I'm going to reach my target. You guys are going to reach your targets, whatever those targets may be, and we can do it together. And everybody's journey is different. So if you have a weird thing which you started noticing on this journey, then drop it into the comment section below. Of course, it is the Sunday weigh-in, so drop your gains, your losses, your tips, and your tricks into the comment section below as well. And please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever you're watching this, and I'll catch you next time on another Weigh-In Time. I'll see you very soon.